Don't you worry, the clip's about to begin, but don't forget to subscribe. Or else, don't make me turn this website around.
Joseph in Kansas, you're on the air with Seth and Matt. How are you?
Hi, guys. Doing all right?
I have here your question from the call screener, and I can answer it with one word immediately, and then you can decide if you want us to continue.
Okay, but I kind of felt bad for the call screener that I was talking to. I'm bad at getting my thoughts down into a concise.
The question here is fine. It just says, do you think the atheist and secular community misrepresents Christianity at all? And my answer is yes.
Yes, frequently.
All the damn time. Constantly. Not all of them all the time. Okay. But it is. I spend almost more time correcting them all the time. I'm sorry. There's an audio problem where I didn't know you were talking. I wasn't trying to talk over you. I just couldn't hear you.
Sure, that's all right.
Yeah, but I think it happens all the time. And I spend much of my time correcting atheists on bad arguments and shitty takes on Christianity. I do that more than I end up arguing with theists now.
It's just, I am the way that I answered the call screener then shift. Are you an atheist or a theist? I always say I'm a theist barely, because the closest thing that I come to is deism, but I also put myself in a camp of what I call apatheism, which is like if Jesus or any god, Zeus, Odin, whatever, appeared in front of me right now and was able to prove that is who they were, I would not care, like, at all. It's, as I suppose in the case of Jesus and the Christian God, I'd be upset with Jesus and the Christian God for, how crappy the world is, but at the same time, I really wouldn't care all that much. And just the thing that as someone who, doesn't ascribe to really any serious form of religion, the thing that bothers me is, and I haven't seen anybody from the community of the atheist experience or, Talk Heathen or any of the call-in shows, fall into this camp, thankfully. But one thing that I hear like so often that drives me nuts is that I compare it back to one of the earliest kind of secular channels I found was Matt's channel, and one of his videos was like it was, things, questions that atheists are tired of hearing, or, things that Christians say to atheists. And one of the videos, one of the things on the list was, you're an atheist, or, you're secular. Oh, but you're so nice. And
I don't get that one as often as Seth does.
I have personally heard that a few times in my life, and the thing that drives me crazy is I hear atheists do the reverse of that sometimes, which is
I know we're short on the clock here. I think this just means people are people, and that atheists are not immune from bad ideas. I think a lot of atheists who are activists sometimes will lack perspective of what it's like to have been indoctrinated. And it's easier to, sort of put them into a camp. I've heard a lot of, atheists are stupid, or religious people are stupid, or religion is a mental illness, or there's a whole host of horrible positions. And we're not immune from those bad ideas. I think the good news is those who have extricated themselves from the faith are doing a pretty concerted job of trying to sound that alarm and say, hey, you need to see this in 3 dimensions fairly. Many of these people are They're not stupid. They're intelligent. They're not immoral. They're actually upstanding, wonderful, kind, good, beautiful human beings that we share this planet with. We even share many of the same values. Likely we have more in common with some religious people than we actually disagree on. And in those instances, there's great utility in seeing each other as part of the human condition, a shared humanity. And, there are people out there who are sounding that alarm for sure. Okay.
And because you're extra muffled, Joseph, and we're about out of time, I'm going to go ahead and let you go and try to get back to the last caller real quick, but we appreciate it. Hopefully that cleared it up. But yes, Seth and I and many others are well aware that the secular community is not the best at representing Christianity, and some of us are working to change that a bit.
I may do a show on that. I'm doing a show on bad apologetics in a few weeks. I think I may have to do a show on what are we getting wrong when we talk about religion and religion. That's fertile ground. Really,
that'd be 1,000 shows if we were to list all the things we get wrong.
Hey, thanks for checking out this clip for The Line. While you're here, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and then share this with that bitter uncle of yours who loves talking about the good old days.